Hello, welcome to Dragon Quest Wall Tutorials. I'm KoiTGZ. So in this video, what I want to do is actually make a leveling beginner guide with those who are just starting out with Dragon Quest Walk. So this video is mainly going to be for beginners, but if you're also someone who's also interested in leveling, this would actually have some also pretty good information as well. So pretty much if you have started Dragon Quest Walk within the past month or two, or even in the past couple of weeks, you pretty much have gone through all the basics already. So you have made your character, you have gone through missions and quests, and then probably by now, if you have done main story quest 2 chapter 1 or 2, I believe, you should have all 4 members of your party, so going to be like this. So pretty much when you start off the game, you're going to have a warrior, a priest, later then you get a martial artist, and then you're going to get a mage. So these are going to be the first 4 characters that you get. But in total, in terms of the basic classes, which these 4 are part of, there are going to be a total of 7. To take a look at those, you can tap on a character and go right down here to the change job list. So in this case, these are going to be the actual basic classes. So here we have warrior, you have mage, you have priest, you're going to have martial artist, you're going to have thief, and you're going to have dancer, as well as a jester. So those are going to be your 4 basic or 7 basic classes, and those are going to be the building blocks of the later classes that you will unlock. So pretty much here, the max level, as you can see for these characters, is going to be level 55. But it's not necessary to actually level them to level 55 all the way. Pretty much, if you want to unlock the advanced classes, you need to level a class to level 50, but you need to actually level, it requires 2 different classes in order to make a new class. So you need to actually level up various classes with 1 character. So in this case, here, something that you should know, a lot of the content with Dragon Quest Walk, a lot of it is going to be for players who have been around for a while. So not a whole lot to do for your new players, but they have included ways of leveling up your characters as fast as possible in order to pretty much catch up with everyone else. So pretty much one of those things is going to be for basic classes, they automatically get double the experience from field battles. So field battles are just mobs that pop on the field. They're not event enemies, not elite enemies, not mega monsters, and not from Hokora either. So just the enemies that pop up on the field that you normally would fight in a walk mode situation. So in that case, getting double the experience, another way to increase the amount of XP you're going to get is actually using an experience orb. So that can actually be found in your menu and going to be right here. So this particular experience orb is the one that you want to actually have. This is going to be an experience specifically for basic classes. So here, this is going to be the basic class experience orb. This is going to give you plus 50% experience for 30 minutes. So that's actually quite good. So now if you actually have, like, for example, an advanced class or even a special class, and use this will have no effect because this is specifically for basic classes. Then you also have this orange one right here. This is your standard experience orb. So it's going to have same duration, just like the basic class experience orb, except here you're going to get 20% more XP than 50%. So that's going to be the difference there. So that's actually definitely something that you would want to do. Pretty much for leveling, a lot of the times you're going to do is you probably want to level pretty much from field mobs. So the way that has worked best for me is actually going out and walking, and or jogging. So usually I try to jog 2 hours in the day. That gives me some pretty good experience. So here down at the bottom, you're going to have walk mode. If you have this on, as you walk around or jog around, you'll be automatically actually tap on field mobs and go into battle with them. So that's going to be important. So even with walk mode on here, I can actually just go into a field battle like this. So in this case, what I'll do is, that was just to show you, I'm actually going to get out of this. This is actually a higher level mob, much higher, but that's pretty much just the basics of it. So in this case, what else you can do is that you can also, if you're finding you're not really getting many mobs, you can actually use items in order to actually get more field mobs out. So for example, in your item section, you're going to have satchels here. So this particular one right here, this is going to give you or draw out more field mobs for 5 minutes. So that actually works well. And then these particular items can be accessed while you're in walk mode. So you're going to have these 3 icons over here if you are basic classes. So if you tap on this bottom one, you're going to get these orbs. So you can tap on the basic class experience orb, it pops up there. Also, there's one for gold as well. So if you want more gold, you can actually pop that as well. So here's going to be your satchel. So here, this is going to be for the draw out more monsters, going to be like this. So pretty much it'll bring out mobs that are going to be either close to your level, or if you're questing in a specific story, it'll bring out mobs from that particular level or that particular quest. So now what's going to be next is another way is you want to actually fight some enemies that are going to be quite special on the field. So one of the special enemies is going to be event enemies. So enemies like this right here, this is going to be the Hydra, or you're going to have another one over here. This is going to be called Powered. So these particular enemies are part of the event, the current event. So they actually provide pretty good XP for whatever level you are. So whatever is the average level of your team, it actually gives some pretty good experience for the average level of that team. So definitely attack those mobs as well. Then also other special enemies that are going to pop out, you don't see them here, but you're going to find metal enemies. Metal enemies are the ones you want to go after. Those give you the most XP in the game. So definitely you want to find those. So here, even if you are low level, if you have the right equipment on, you can actually fight the metal enemies and actually win. Doesn't matter. So here, with that here on my warrior, you're going to see that I have this weapon right here. This is going to be the Golden Claymore. This is currently one of the weapons that you actually have now. So this is a special weapon that's going to actually have a very good perk that gives you very good perk for attacking or fighting with against metal enemies. So metal enemies actually have high agility. Agility determines how the order of your turn. So many metal enemies will escape, but with this weapon, they won't have a chance to escape, at least for one round. So it has an ability to charm the metal enemies. So in this case, I can actually show you. So even if you have this particular weapon, you can actually go ahead. In this section, you have the banners. If you actually have enough gems, I recommend going for the 10 cost banners. That gives you better chances of getting 5-star pieces of equipment. I won't go into detail in equipment in this video, but I'll do it in a different video. But definitely, if you can, try to get this particular weapon, and I'm going to show you why. So here, even if you are low basic classes, In this case, if you go to rulerless, if you go to a Hokuda on the field, you'll find some of them like this. So this is going to be a level 70 advanced Hokuda. But here I have basic classes. But with the golden claymore, this should be no problem. And I'm going to show you why. So here we have the enemies here. So here, in this case, all of the enemies are charmed. So now, since my characters have low agility, all the metal enemies are going first. They're all trying to attack each other. So that one attacked that one. So in this case, all of them are still charmed. So in this case, what you want to do is go to your character that has the golden claymore. So right over here. So there's an ability called Golden Crush. It's going to be this one right here. So this attacks all enemies. And for this one, if there are metal enemies, it'll do 48 damage to the enemies. So these characters here, the ones in the middle, they have 32. That's the max that they have. The ones on the right have, I believe, 10 or even 12. So here you can actually crush these enemies with no problem. And winning will actually get you 126,000 XP, which is a lot of XP for a basic class. So you could probably level off of this one Hokuda. I won't do it for this particular video since these characters are already a max level, so I'm going to actually run away. So another thing that you can do is that if you have access to the casino, there are items that you can actually get in the casino that will help you level. So for getting things in exchange, you're going to have to play some casino games. So I recommend doing the slots right over here. That actually gets you some of the stuff, some of the currency that you need. But here in the exchange, you're going to be able to get right over down here. I've already purchased them already. These are going to be metal satchels for metal enemies. So these are going to be for metal enemies that you do not actually have access to as a basic class right away. So, or for a basic class. So these will actually pop up on, if you use it, these mobs will pop up on the field, and like using the golden claymore, you will be able to attack them and get a lot of XP from them. So again, if you are in walk mode, you will actually have access to those satchels. So right over here, you can see them, these two right here. So definitely that is another way to level up. Also, what you want to do is actually try going through the main story quests. Going through the main story quests actually gives you some pretty decent XP for completing missions where there are enemies. So for the basic classes, right over here, for the max one, so Quest 5 is recommended, or the top part is the last chapter is recommended basic classes level 50. So if you can actually complete that, that's actually going to be quite good. Especially once you're level 50, you can go back and you can change to a lower class. So something that you can do, if you have good equipment on, you can actually level up your characters against mobs that are going to be, let's say, 15 to even 20 levels higher. So for example, if I had level 1 characters, what I might do is I actually might go to Quest 2 instead, and then I might actually, let's say, go to Chapter 6 and start the quest. So start the quest, and then for here, you don't always have to select a location. You don't have to select a location. All you have to do is hit this back button here, hit yes on the right, And in this case, the quest location is not on the field, but you are considered questing in that particular quest story. So the mobs for that will pop up on the field. So that is also another way of helping you level up if your classes are starting back at 1. Then also another thing you can do is actually go ahead and go to do daily missions. So up here in subquests, you're going to have a couple of different daily missions. So with these, the first one, these daily quests, they're going to be divided into beginner, immediate, and advanced. So advanced is going to be level 30. So for the advanced, for gold, this particular quest, you'll fight an enemy, and that will give you, I believe, 75,000 gold. Here, this is going to be necessary for leveling up your weapons. So I'll do that in another video. Then here, this is going to be for guiding shards. Guiding shards are going to be used for unlocking the next chapter in a main story quest. So those are going to be quite good, and they're also going to be used for treasure maps as well. So that's actually something I will go over in another video. And then here, this is probably one that you want to do. This doesn't require any doesn't have any other levels, so it's only worth level 10. So fight this, and the reward is going to be a basic class experience orb, which is what you want to be using for leveling up. So that's exactly what you want to do. So besides that, that's pretty much how you want to go ahead and level up in this game for your basic classes. So definitely, if you can, getting some good weapons in the banners, that's going to be good. If you want to spend gems with real money, that's your choice. You do get gems throughout the game. You also do get gems for completing some subquests as well. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for leveling basic classes. What I'll probably do in the next beginner's video is actually go over weapons and equipment. So with that said, I want to go ahead and end this video here. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you would like to see more, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.